Hey everyone, Doc Allie here. Today we are honoring the life and legacy of Dr. James McCune Smith, the first African American U.S. physician. So I find it quite interesting that the first African American physician was also an IMG student. Due to racial practices during that time, he was not granted admission into any U.S. medical schools, so he had to attend the University of Glasgow, receiving his MD in the year 1837, but still graduating top of his class during that time, completing his residency in Paris and all of that. So that's just a quick little shout out to us IMG students. But let's go and check a quick tidbit about his early life. So Dr. McCune Smith was actually born in New York City in 1813 into bondage, but he received his primary education from the African Free School No. 2, which basically set him up for a lifetime of success because this institution promised an education to both free and enslaved blacks. And his class was full of exceptional people like Alexander Crummell and Ira Aldridge. He was still the star pupil, however, and was granted or chosen by the institution to address Marquis de Lafayette when he visited the school. And so that's a shout out to fellow Hamilton fans because we know who Marquis de Lafayette is. He ended up graduating from this school with honors. He went ahead to become a blacksmith's apprentice. He studied ministry. He learned several different languages: Hebrew, Italian, Spanish, German. And then, like I told you before, he went to the University of Glasgow. He got his bachelor's, his master's, his MD degree, and like I said, his residency was in Paris. But then he came back to the US and he said, I'm not stopping with all these degrees. I'm going to open the first Black-owned pharmacy. I'm going to be the first Black physician to be published in US medical journals. And you can actually find some of his famous writings published alongside Frederick Douglass. So what didn't he do? He refused to stop with all these firsts, and he went ahead and continued to debunk the pseudoscience that surrounded African Americans, leading to their medical mistreatment and their oppression. And he was the medical director of the Colored Orphan Asylum for over 20 years. So today we'd just like to say thank you to Dr. James McCune Smith for his contributions to both the medical field and the world beyond.